Good morning, student. Welcome to the physics class. Today we will start numerical problem based on your vector, scalar and vector. Clear? We already know what is vector quantity and what is scalar quantity. Scalar means it only possesses magnitude, but vector means it possesses both magnitude and direction. Clear? And we already know what is triangle law of vector addition, parallelogram law and polygon law. Means suppose two vector, first point. So suppose two vector here A and B, and if we use triangle law, then we have to displace this vector here, that is B vector, and this is resultant vector, and R vector is here. Clear? And this R vector we already know, that is A plus B vector. Clear? So vector means it possesses both magnitude and direction, so that we have to find its magnitude as well as we have to find its direction. Clear? So what is magnitude of this resultant vector? We already know that its magnitude of R vector equal to magnitude of A vector square plus magnitude of B vector square plus 2 into magnitude of A vector, magnitude of vector B into cos. What is theta? Theta is angle between A vector and B vector, and this angle is known as theta. Clear? And it's under root. This is the resultant of this vector. Now we have to find direction. What is direction? Means this is direction you can take. Suppose alpha is your direction of resultant R vector. It deviates from vector A. How much angle it deviates from vector A, and that is known as, it gives the direction of resultant vector. So how can we find this direction? That is tan alpha we already discussed. Tan alpha equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta, means magnitude of A plus magnitude of B cos theta, which is equal to tan alpha. Or you can find alpha equal to, that is tan inverse B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. Clear? This is triangle law. What is parallelogram law? Similarly, if two vectors here A and B, which represent two adjacent sides of a triangle, parallelogram, first we have to complete a parallelogram here, and this is resultant vector, and this angle, suppose theta, angle between two vector, and here this is resultant. So here also this is R equal to, we already know, A vector plus B vector. Similarly, if this vector quantity, it possesses both magnitude and direction, and its magnitude we already proved that R equal to A square plus B square 2AB cos theta. And here also what is theta? Theta is angle between two vector, and this is diagonal case. So, and direction, same thing, direction is here, and you can take direction, this angle is alpha. Alpha give the direction of resultant vector from A vector. So here tan alpha equal to B sin theta by A plus B cos theta. Clear? Okay. And again we already discussed what is polygon law. If more than two vectors are represented, then we use polygon law, means suppose that is R vector equal to A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D plus so on. Clear? This is known as polygon law we discuss here. And next, what is vector subtraction? We already know vector subtraction means, suppose here vector A and another vector is B here, angle between them theta. Now we have to find resultant vector here. Vector subtraction means we already know what is means a negative vector, then this is B vector direction, this direction, and this is known as a negative vector, which is opposite, means 180 degree, and you can write B vector. Clear? And here A vector, and this is minus B. But you can shift a vector from one position to another position without change its magnitude and direction. So you can shift this vector here, and this is here minus B vector, and this is the resultant vector here. Clear? And here resultant vector is, that is R vector equal to A vector plus, what here minus B, A vector plus this vector, which are same order, which is opposite order, means this is resultant vector, you can say here R vector. So R vector equal to A plus minus B vector, means A vector here minus B vector. This is known as resultant vector. So this resultant vector both possess also magnitude and direction. But here angle between two vector theta and this angle 180 degree minus theta. So how can we find this magnitude? So magnitude of this vector equal to, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So what is theta? Theta is angle between two vector, and two vector is here a vector and this is minus b vector, and angle between them is 180 minus theta, because this angle is theta. Clear? So you have to write here 180 minus theta, or simply you can write it is a square plus b square plus, sorry, here 180 minus theta means this is second quadrant, only sign function positive. So cos 180 minus theta equal to minus theta you can write. So a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta, it's root over. Clear? And its direction you can find here. This is you can take alpha. In this way you can find also direction of the given vector. Clear? Okay. And next, what is equilibrium condition? If three forces or number of forces acting simultaneously on a particle, if they are form a closed loop or closed path, suppose three vector I am taking here, vector A and second vector B is here and third vector C, simultaneously act on a particle, and if we shift this vector A is here, then this is vector B, and we have to place here vector B by using tail to head method. Then this is vector C, this direction, and which form this vector C direction. Means here A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector. They form a closed triangle like this. Clear? So this is known as equilibrium condition. Equilibrium condition. Next point, we already know what is resolution of vector. Means splitting of vector into its rectangular component. Suppose in two-dimensional figure, here x-axis and this axis y, and suppose this vector is a vector which make an angle theta with positive x-axis. Now we have to find here what is its rectangular component along x-axis and y-axis. You can say projection of vector A along y and along x-axis. So first we have to draw here perpendicular, and this distance is known as component of vector A along x-axis, and this component we can write here, that is A cos theta, and this component also known as horizontal component. Horizontal component you can say along x-axis. Similarly this component, that is A sin theta along y-axis, so you can take this is vertical component. Vertical component of vector A along y-axis. This is horizontal component along x of vector A vector. Means we already know that is ax and here ay. This is resolution of vector, and these two ay and ax are known as rectangular component. Why? Because the angle between two rectangular component here a cos theta and the second one a sin theta is 90 degree here. So it is known as rectangular component of vector A along x-axis and along y-axis. Clear? So now let's start problem based on this concept. Now let's start question number 1. And given that vector A make an angle 20 degree and B vector make an angle 110 degree with positive x-axis. Suppose I am drawing here, this is x-axis and here this is y-axis, and according to question, vector A which make an angle 20 degree and this angle it is 20 degree with positive x-axis, and according to question again B vector make an angle 110 and this vector is B vector here, total angle 110 means if this is 110, this total angle 90, so 90 plus this is 20, so here 20 degree already. So this angle means angle between A vector and B vector is here 90 degree. Clear? And it is given that the magnitude of this vector A and vector B is 3 and 4 respectively. So magnitude of A vector, that is 3 meter, and magnitude of B vector, that is 4 meter. find magnitude of the resultant vector. So first we have to complete parallelogram here. So this is parallelogram and this is resultant vector of A and B, and we already know how can we find resultant vector of these two vector by using formula, that is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta and the square root. So what is theta? Theta is angle between two vector here, and this total angle is, because total angle is this total angle 110, and this angle is known as 100 minus 20 equal to 90. So angle between two vector is here 90 degree. So you can write here cos 90 and the value of cos 90 is 0. Now solve this relation, and A square plus B square plus 0, and what is A? Here 3 meter. So 3 square plus here 4 square plus 0 and square root, and here 9 plus 16 which equal to 25, and the square root of 25 equal to 5. So magnitude of resultant R vector of A and B, that is 5 meter. If I want to find direction of this resultant vector, so what is direction? We already know. Suppose this angle alpha which make this resultant with A vector, and how can we find tan alpha? Tan alpha equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta, and here tan alpha equal to B sin theta, and what is theta? Is angle between two vector and this total angle theta, and here 90. So sin 90, and here cos 90 0, and sin 90 value 1, and B into 1 B divided by A plus B cos theta means this total term 0 and remaining part A, and here B means magnitude of B vector, that is 4 meter, or 4 divided by magnitude of A vector is here 3. So tan alpha equal to 4 by 3. Clear? So how can we find this angle 4 by 3? First you have to remember one angle. Suppose there is right angle triangle. According to Pythagoras theorem, you can remember here, that is, suppose this side 4 and this side 3, this angle 90 degree, then 4 square plus 3 square which is equal to 5 square means here the hypotenuse is 5 and this angle 90, and there is one angle and this angle. Suppose this angle theta 1 and this angle theta, and this angle is 90 degree, because we already know theta 1 plus theta 2 plus 90 equal to 180 degree. So what is the angle between theta 1 and theta 2? Because there is a 3, 4 and this is 5, then you have to remember one triangle here, that is 37 degree and 53 degree, and here 90 degree. Clear? And this is 5, and its front angle, you have to remember front angle always maximum, because 5 is your maximum. So this angle is 90. Then here 4 and its front angle here theta 1, and theta 1 you have to put here, because this is for 5, front angle of 5, and 4 means this is front angle of, you have to remember, because this side is maximum as compared to 3. So this is theta 1. Similarly theta 2 you have to remember, this is 3 small magnitude, and its front angle, this angle will be, it is 37 degree. Clear? Okay. So if this is 37, this is 53 and 90. So here you can find the value of tan alpha. This is 3 and here 4, this angle 90, and this angle, that is 53 degree, and this angle 37 degree, and here this angle is 90. So what is the value of tan alpha? Tan alpha equal to perpendicular upon base, and this is perpendicular and this is base 4 by 3. So this angle is known as base angle. Clear? So you can write here, that is tan 53 degree. Clear? So tan cancel, so alpha equal to 53 degree. So what is alpha? Alpha is resultant vector. So this is alpha is resultant vector of R from A vector. Clear? Next, come to question number 2. So it's given that what should be the angle between two vector if magnitude of the resultant, if magnitude of the resultant is equal to the difference between their magnitude, means suppose two vector here, this vector A and another one vector is b here, clear, and this angle is theta. So how can we find this resultant vector? First we have to complete a parallelogram, and here this is resultant, and r vector equal to a vector plus b vector, and given that also equal to their difference. Difference means suppose this is b vector and this is minus b vector, and this is resultant of this a vector and minus b, and this vector you can write here r vector equal to a vector minus b vector, negative vector, and here positive vector, subtraction of vector and addition of vector. So according to question, magnitude of a plus b which equal to magnitude of, that is a minus b vector, clear. Okay, then we have to find angle between two vector, because this is initial angle, so this angle we have to find, and this angle is theta, clear. Now solve this question, because this is resultant vector. Here magnitude means a plus b whole magnitude equal to magnitude of resultant. We already know how to find magnitude of resultant equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. What is theta? Theta is angle between two vector, and here a minus b, and here a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. But here a minus b means this angle, and here 180 degree minus theta, this angle. So you can write here 180 degree minus theta and square root on both side, clear. If you squaring on both side, then square root will be cancelled, then the remaining part you can write a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta equal to, and here a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. And what is theta here? 180 minus theta, and we already know this value is minus cos theta, and in negative sign here, if you negative sign right here, then this term will be minus, clear. So a square b square on both side cancel, then the remaining term you can write here 2ab cos theta equal to minus 2ab cos theta. If you take to this side, then you can write 4ab cos theta equal to here 0, clear. Okay, then here 4ab which is constant quantity, then here cos theta equal to 0 means theta equal to 90 degree, clear. So angle between two vector is here 90 degree. Now let's start question number 3, and given that the resultant of two forces F1 and F2 is P, means here the resultant of two forces, so F1 plus F2 equal to P or P vector is given, and then if F2 is reversed, means a reverse means suppose this is direction of F2 and its reverse direction means negative vector, and this is minus F2. If F2 is reverse, then resultant is Q. So resultant is Q means F1 minus F2. F2 is reverse. Then we have to prove that P square plus Q square equal to 2 into F1 square plus F2 square. Okay, so P, magnitude of P square we can write here, that is F1 square F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta, and again magnitude of Q square equal to F1 square, that is F2 square minus, we already know negative vector means this magnitude 2 F1 F2 cos theta. Suppose this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Now adding equation 1 and 2, we get here 2 this 2F1 F2 cos theta minus 2F1 cos theta cancel, then the remaining part here 2F1 square plus 2F2 square equal to here P square plus Q square. But we have to show that P square plus Q square equal to 2 into here common, that is F1 square plus F2 square proved. Clear? Next come to question number 4. And according to question, at what angle do the forces P plus Q and P minus Q, suppose I am let here, let P plus Q equal to F or F1 and P minus Q another one vector, suppose this vector F2 equal to here P minus Q, act so that suppose here I am writing that is F1 vector and this vector is F2 and this angle is theta. So what is F1? F1 is your P plus Q and F2 is your P minus Q. We have to show that or so that the resultant is 3p square plus q square, means resultant of these two vectors, and this is the resultant, and suppose this resultant F is here and resultant of this vector is F and its magnitude given that is 3p square plus here q square dot root over. Clear? Okay. So now let's start. What is F vector? Its resultant we already know. Resultant vector tal a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So you can write F vector means this is the resultant, and here F vector equal to F1 vector plus F2 vector, and its resultant will be that is F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta and its square root equal to, and given that here that is 3p square plus q square. Clear? Or you can write here vector sign. So under root, then if you squaring on both side, then square root will be cancelled. Then the remaining part you can write that is F1 square plus, and what is F1? F1 is here given that is p square, only given, sorry, this is F1. So here this is F1 equal to p plus q, here p plus q and it is square plus then F2 square p minus q, so p minus q whole square plus 2ab, 2 into p plus q into p minus q into cos theta which equal here 3p square plus q square. Now you have to find first p plus q whole square means a plus b whole square. So here p square plus q square plus 2ab 2pq, then plus a minus b whole square means here p square plus q square minus 2pq, and again plus 2pq, 2p plus q into p minus q into cos theta which equal 3p square plus q square. So here 2pq cancel, then p square 2p square plus then q square plus q square 2q square, and here plus 2p plus q minus p minus q into cos theta equal to 3p square plus q square. Clear? Now take this right hand side to the left hand side, then we can write 2p square is here minus 3p square, then 2p square minus 3p square plus 2q square minus q square plus 2pq, 2p plus q and p minus q into cos theta equal to 0. Then if we solve this term 2p square minus p square and here minus p square, then 2q square minus q square plus q square and plus is here, so plus 2p plus q p minus q into cos theta equal to 0. Clear? Now write this term here 2p plus q, here p minus q equal to, if we take here right hand side, then this will be p square minus q square. Clear? Okay. So sorry, and 2p plus q, p minus q into cos theta, which equal to p square minus q square. Clear? And here we can write, and it's cos theta equal to p square minus q square divided by 2 into p plus q into here p minus q. Clear? And we already know a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. So you can write here, that is p square minus q square equal divided by 2 into a plus b into a minus b. So p square minus q square, and these two term cancel. So cos theta equal to 1 by 2 cos 60 degree. So theta is 60 degree, means the angle between p plus q and p minus q is 60 degree. Proved. Now let's start question number 5. It is given that the resultant of two vector u and v is perpendicular to u, means resultant of u and v. So its resultant, suppose r vector, its resultant u and v equal to u plus v vector, and this resultant is perpendicular to u. That means, suppose I am taking here, suppose this is vector u and resultant of u and v which is perpendicular to this u vector, means resultant should be here. So this is r vector. So where is the direction of this vector v, means we have to take the second vector v is here. Clear? Means resultant of u and v, which is this is resultant, and this resultant is again perpendicular to this u according to question. Clear? And if you solve, this is a first complete parallelogram, and this is the case. Here vector u. Now, and its magnitude, means magnitude of this resultant, which equal to half the magnitude of v, half the magnitude of v vector. Then find out the angle between u and v. Then we have to find this total angle, suppose theta. Clear? So how can we find this angle theta? Because this is the resultant. So according to question, we have resultant vector r equal to u plus v, u vector plus v vector, and its resultant which equal to u square plus v square plus 2uv cos theta, and here under root. Clear? And what is r vector? R vector which is equal to v by 2, means half of v vector. So we can write v by 2 equal to u square plus v square plus 2uv cos theta, and if it squaring on both sides, then here square root cancel. This is equation number 1. Now first we have to find the value of cos theta here, and this is resultant vector. If this is resultant vector, we already know this is direction of resultant vector. Suppose this angle is alpha, so we already know that is tan alpha equal to b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. And what is b? B means here this is v. So v sin theta, theta means angle between two vector, and this angle theta, so here theta divided by a plus b, a is here u, so u plus v cos theta. But what is alpha? Alpha is here 90 degrees here, because resultant of u and v which make an angle 90 degree with u vector. So we can write here that is tan 90 equal to v sin theta divided by u plus v cos theta. And what is, so tan 90 means you can write here sin 90 divided by cos 90, which is equal to v sin theta divided by u plus v cos theta. And here sin 90 equal to 1, cos 90 0. Then you can write here v sin theta, which is equal to u plus v cos theta. So you can write here that is u plus v cos theta equal to 0. Clear? And here cos theta equal to minus u by v. This is second equation, equation number 2. Now use this value here, then we can write so v square by 2 means v square by 4 equal to u square plus v square plus 2uv cos theta, 2uv cos theta, and this value cos theta equal to minus v by u. You can write here u by v, and v cancel, then u square plus v square minus 2 u square equal to here v square by 4. Now solve this relation, then v square by 4 minus v square equal to here minus u square, because minus 2u square plus u square means minus u square. Then here 4, so you can write v square minus 4v square by 4 equal to here minus u square, and then v square minus 4u square equal to minus 3v square divided by 4 equal to minus u square, minus minus cancel, and then you can write the remaining term here, that is v square by u square. You can write v square by u square equal to here 4 by 3, and v by u equal to 4 by 3 and square root, or you can write v by u equal to 2 by root 3, or u by v equal to root 3 by 2. Clear? So now place this value root 3 by 2 in this equation number 2, then we find here that is cos theta equal to minus v by u. So here root 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2, and this is minus root 3 by 2. So you can write this term here, and that is cos 150 degree, and cos 150 which is equal to root 3 by 2, then theta equal to 150 degree. Clear? So angle between two vector u and v, here this angle, total angle is here 150 degree. Clear? Next question, given that so that the resultant of two equal vector bisect the angle between them. Suppose two equal vector, one vector is here a and second one b vector, but according to question the magnitude of a vector means equal vector which is equal to b vector, and we have to show that if we complete a parallelogram here, then this angle, this is resultant vector r, and this resultant bisect the angle means suppose this angle is theta. What is theta? Suppose theta is angle between two vector. If this angle alpha, then we have to show that alpha equal to theta by 2, means this resultant which bisect this angle and this angle must be equal, means total angle theta, then alpha must be theta by 2. We have to show here. Clear? So here given that is alpha, then if we complete here parallelogram, and we already know how to find direction of resultant vector, means tan alpha equal to b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta. And what is B? Because magnitude of A, magnitude B are equal, so we can write A sin theta divided by A plus A plus A cos theta, then A sin theta divided by, if you take common, 1 plus cos theta, A cancel, so that tan alpha equal to here sin theta divided by 1 plus cos theta. In trigonometry identity we have relation, that is sin 2 theta equal to how much? 2 sin theta into cos theta, but sin theta equal to, you can write 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2, and again 1 plus cos theta, so 1 plus cos theta, its value you can write 2 cos square theta by 2. This is trigonometric identity we have to use here. Then tan alpha equal to sin theta means 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2 divided by 1 plus cos theta equal to 2 cos square theta by 2, and 2 cancel, 1 cos theta by 2 cancel, then the remaining part we can write here, that is sin theta by 2 divided by 1 cos theta by 2, which is equal to tan theta by 2, and here tan alpha, so alpha equal to here theta by 2, proved. Clear? So that this resultant which bisect the angle between them means alpha equal to here theta by 2. This is proved. Clear? So two forces acting in opposite direction have a resultant of 10 Newton, means two forces you can take here, suppose one force F1 and next force F2, and angle between them 180 degree. So in this case the resultant of two forces, if they are acting opposite direction, means F1 vector and F2 vector, and their magnitude, and given that here that is 10 Newton, and if they act right angle to each other, then means here right angle to each other, one force F1 and second force F2, this angle is 90. So in this case the resultant will be here R vector, that is F1 vector plus F2 vector, and its magnitude will be how much? That is 50 Newton, and we have to find the magnitude of force F1 and F2. So we have to find here F1 magnitude and magnitude of F2 vector. Clear? Okay. So according to question, R vector equal to F1 minus F2 is 10, and if we use value F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. What is theta? Theta is angle between two vector, here 180 degree, and here square root equal to 10. Then cos 180 minus 1, so F1 square plus F2 square minus 2 F1 F2 cos 180 minus 1 is here, and its square root equal to 10, means a square plus b square minus 2ab. So you can write F1 minus F2 whole square and the square root equal to 10, and you can write F1 minus F2 equal to 10. Clear? Okay. This is equation number suppose 1. Next come to second part. Here R vector equal to magnitude of here 50 when they are at right angle to each other. So in this case resultant F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos 90 degree. Here angle between two vector is 90 degree, and here 50 Newton. Then cos 90 which is equal to 0. So F1 square plus F2 square under root equal to 50, and if you squaring on both sides, then we can write F1 square plus F2 square equal to 25 square, and that is 2500. This is equation number 2. But here we have to find the value of A and B, and given that here F1 minus F2, so first we have to find F1 plus F2. So how can we find? Here F1 plus F2 whole square we can write, that is F1 minus F2 whole square plus 4 F1 F2. This is mathematical identity, you have to remember, means A plus B whole square equal to a minus b whole square plus 4ab. Clear? So first, if we use this value is here, because f1 minus f2 is 10, so f1 minus f2 is 10, then first we have to find what is the value of f1 minus f2. Suppose this is equation number 3. First we have to calculate the value of f1 and f2, then if we place this equation, then we will get the value of f1 plus f2. So now first find what is the value of f1 and f2. We already have relation that f1 minus f2 whole square equal to how much? That is f1 square plus f2 square minus 2f1 f2, and here f1 plus f1 square plus f2 square, which is equal to 2500 minus 2f1 f2, and here f1 minus f2 whole square. f1 minus f2 whole square means we can write here 10 square. Then here 100 minus here 2500 equal to minus 2 f1 f2, and here minus 2400 equal to minus 2 f1 f2, minus minus cancel. So f1 f2 equal to 2400 divided by 2 equal to 1200. Clear? So we got the value of f1 and f2. Now use this value, this equation. So from equation 3 we can write, if we use all the value here, then from equation 3 we can write, that is f1 plus f2 whole square equal to how much? Here f1 minus f2 square plus 4 into f1 f2, and f1 minus f2 equal to 10. So here 100, or you can write 10 square plus 4 into f1 f2 is here 1200. Then solve this relation. Then that is f1 plus f2 whole square equal 100 plus 412 is 4800, and that is 4900. Clear? Okay. So next, so f1 plus f2 equal to f1 plus f2 equal 4900 square root, and which is equal to how much? We can write here 49 into 100 square root equal to 7 into 10. Clear? And here that is f1 plus f2 equal to, we can write, that is 70 Newton. Clear? So we got the value of f1 plus f2. You can take, this is equation number 4, and here this is equation number 1. Now solve equation number 1 and 4. We can write here, that is f1 minus f2 equal to 10 and f1 plus f2 equal to 70. Now add these two equations, f2 cancel, then 2f1 equal to 80 and f1 equal to 40 Newton. Similarly, you can calculate f2 here. So f2 equal to, that is 70 minus f1, and f2 equal to 70 minus 40 Newton, which is equal to 30 Newton. So f2. So this is the value of f1 and value f2. Next question. Two forces whose magnitude are in the ratio of 3:5 and gives a resultant, that is 35 Newton. Clear? And if angle between inclination, angle of inclination is 60 degree, means angle between two forces is 60 degree. Find the magnitude of each force, means suppose here one force, that is F1, and its magnitude given, ratio you can write here F1 F2, that is 3/5, or you can write F1 F2, suppose 3x, and similarly F2 is here and given its magnitude you can write, that is 5x, and inclination angle means angle between two forces here, that is 60 degree, this angle 60 degree, and if we complete a parallelogram, then this is the resultant vector. Clear? and its magnitude of resultant vector given that here, that is find the magnitude of each force, means 35 Newton is here. So 35 Newton. So we have to find F1 equal to 3x and its value, then F2 equal to 5x and its value. So first we have to find what is the value of x. So according to question, resultant vector of two forces which equal to F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta, and theta is here 60 degree and square root. So what is F1 square? F1 its magnitude, that is 3x. So you can write 3x square plus 5x square plus 2 into 3x into 5x into cos 60 1 by 2 and its square root. Clear? What magnitude of resultant vector is given? 35 Newton. Okay, 35. So 35 equal to here 9x square plus 25x square plus 3 to the 6 and 30x square into 1 by 2 and square root. Then here 9x square plus 25, then 34x square plus here 15 plus 15x square and 34 plus 15 which is equal to 49x square which equal 7 into x. Clear? And which equal to 35. So 7x equal to 35 and x equal to 35 by 7. 7 5 is 35. So the value of x equal to 5. Clear? Now find the value of F1. So F1 is here, that is 3x, 3 into 5, then 3 5 is 15 Newton, and second force F2 equal to 5x. So 5 into here 5, that is 25 Newton. Clear? This is final answer for this question. So next question, a car of mass 1000 kg is resting on an inclined plane which making an angle 30 degree with horizontal, means here this is horizontal direction H and here this is vertical direction, it's V. So according to question, there is a inclined plane making an angle 30 degree, means this is inclined plane making an angle 30 degree with horizontal. What is the weight of the car? Also find its horizontal and vertical component of the car. So you have to first draw the diagram of this question. So this is horizontal line and this is inclined plane. Clear? Suppose if you take x axis and here suppose x axis and this axis y, then this is horizontal and you can say this is vertical, and a block which is resting on the inclined plane, and this inclined plane make an angle 30 degree with horizontal direction. Suppose this is car and its mass is m is here. Clear? And the gravity always acting downward direction. So this is the direction of gravity. You already know weight W equal to mg, means this is the direction of weight mg, and this angle is theta here. So first we have to find that is second question here, find the weight of the car. Clear? So here weight of the car, that is mg, and mass is here, mass of the car given, that is 1000 kg. So 1000 here that is kg into g means acceleration due to gravity given 10 Newton. sorry 10 meter per second square, then 10,000 into kg meter per second square, and kg meter per second square unit, that is 10,000 Newton. Clear? This is weight of the car. Now next we have to find here, this is downward direction and this angle theta. So we can choose origin at any point. Clear? Look at this diagram. If this angle 90, then you can say this angle also, sorry, this angle 30 degree and this angle 90. And if you draw here a plane, this is plane. Clear? And if this angle 30 degree here, then this angle, how much? This angle will be, I am just making a clear diagram. Here, if you draw a parallel line, you can say parallel to the horizontal line, and we already know if two lines are parallel and this is intersect point, and this angle theta means this angle also theta. Clear? And this equation, this is suppose inclined plane, and here this total angle, you can say this total angle is theta, means this angle will be here theta. Clear? Or theta means this angle 30 degree and also this angle here 30 degree. But we have to find rectangular component. First this body and here resting on this plane. Clear? If this angle 30 and this angle 90, you can say this, how about this angle? This total angle, we can write here 3 angle is 180 degree. So this angle must be here, that is 90 minus theta, and theta is here 30 degree. Clear? And if we make its rectangular component along this direction, one rectangular component, and its perpendicular along this direction, means this is two rectangular component of this mg, and mg we have to find this direction and we have to find this direction. First we have to find, suppose this angle is here theta, sorry, okay, this angle also 30 degree. Why? Because this total angle is 90 minus theta, or 90 minus 30, but this angle will be 30 because total angle is 90 degree. Why? Because the angle between two rectangular component is always 90, means this total angle 90. If this angle 90 minus theta, then this angle must be theta. Clear? So if we make another one diagram here, suppose this body is placed here or car placed here, which is resting position, and here this is mg, and if we draw, then this angle is theta, means here 30 degree, this angle 90. So this angle will be, that is 90 minus theta, and theta is here 30 degree. And if we draw its rectangular component, then we have to draw a rectangular component this direction and one another rectangular component this direction. These are two perpendicular component. Clear? Because this angle is 90, then this angle will be 30 degree. So here 30, so mg and this angle, first we have to draw a perpendicular here, then this is the rectangular component of mg along this direction, and this component will be mg cos theta. And what is theta is here? Theta is 30 degree. Clear? So value of mg we already find, that is 10,000 into cos 30, and its value, that is root 3 by 2, and if we cancel here, then 5,000 into root 3 Newton. This is one component. Next we have to find this component, and this component we already know, that is mg sin theta. Why? One component mg cos theta and another one component mg sin theta, but theta is here, it is 30 degree. Clear? So if you solve this relation, then we will get mg 10,000 into sin 30 1 by 2, and that is 5,000. So its value that is 5000 Newton. So it's two rectangular component. One is here 5000 root 2 Newton, root 3 Newton, and next rectangular component that is 5000 Newton. Clear? These are all about vector problem. So we solved addition of two vector means rectangular component, and how to find rectangular component of two vector, and this is a rectangular this is vertical, you can say this is horizontal, and we already find the resultant of two vector by using triangle law, parallelogram law. Clear? Thank you all.